All right, here we're going to take a look at our next backstroke drill. And this is going to be a little bit of a challenge drill. So this is the side position drill for backstroke. So what are we going to see? And what are we going to be looking for? Here we're going to have our athlete start out. We're going to start out in a backstroke position. The hand here is going to be held out in front, and we're going to hold that position. Here we're doing a great job. Stroke side, the hips and shoulders are into the water. Non-stroking side, the arms are up. And then what we're going to see is the recovery hand is going to come up, and we're going to hold that position up right here for just a quick second. And then we will kind of forcefully go into the other side. So here, great job of coming in on top of the hip and shoulder. And then we're just going to repeat on the other side. So this drill will challenge a few things here. We're going to challenge holding that side position. We're going to challenge the kick, where here our athlete could be doing a little bit better. We're going to want to make sure that as that hand's coming up here, that we're coming up with a thumb first entry. Great job. And then as we hit this position right here, we're going to want to see that hand kind of flip just like this, and we're going to want to see that pinky kind of come in first. We're also going to be holding this catch position. Now, a couple items where to be careful with this is that we're not going to be too deep. We will probably get some depth out of that, and that'll be okay. But just as we transition then into backstroke, what we're going to want to see then just is going to be just that we're not going to be as deep there. We're not going to really be able to see too much on a takeoff view from the underwater, so we're going to just transition to showing you from another perspective here, coming in, coming back, and then we'll take a look at underwater. So here we see the athlete coming up with that thumb up, and then we're going to switch right here. And again, really nice entry point. We've got just again kind of thinking about that range. We want to kind of be in between here as we're entering into the water. So that's going to be just outside the shoulder to being just on top of the shoulder. And then again, just watch the depth of that catch. We want to see hips here rotate down. The other side here is going to come up as the next hand comes up. And just we're going to pause and then rotate in. So again, from our athlete here, we're just a little bit outside the shoulder. Again, perfect where we kind of want to be as we're traveling through. Now, your athletes might feel a little stiff when they're doing this for the first couple times because it's asking you to do some things that are very unnatural in backstroke. So keep making sure that you're working, either if you're doing this yourself or you're working with your athletes, to keep working on the fluidity of this. So here underwater, as we're watching our athlete, overall we're doing actually a nice job here. We're not too deep. We're kind of holding that line right here. And then what we want to have just an emphasis underwater is to change the direction of those fingertips right here. So that way the arm can have this V-like shape in backstroke. And we also want to make sure that as those fingertips change that direction, then we're going to be leading that catch with the hand. So that way we get a little bit more power. The elbow will trail a little bit, and then boom, kind of then transition to the other side. Great job here, hips and shoulders. Opposite side is up. And then we kind of want to see that again. So here, as we mentioned, we got a little more depth on this side than the other. So just again, this can be a little bit of an unnatural feeling for a lot of swimmers. So we would want to see the swimmer probably hold the hand more, probably about right here, as the opposite arm here is starting to kind of come up. So we could be up a little bit higher. Our athlete does, though, a nice job of just, again, changing the direction of the fingertips, and we can kind of see a nice recovery through. Feel here that we could be just, again, up a little bit higher, and just that's just going to be from the depth. When we change the direction of the fingertips appropriately, again on this side, what we're going to see is the hands start to lead, and then the elbow here will start to trail, which will again help find that best combination of speed and power. So this drill is going to be a little bit more advanced. We would definitely recommend this with higher age group swimmers or younger or more developing senior level athletes. So this will be a nice kind of drill to challenge our athletes. Here we also just we've mentioned this a little bit with our athlete before. A little bit of a bend in the knee as we're traveling through the water. Just remember, we're going to want to see everything kind of be up a little bit more up here toward the surface as we're traveling and pushing through the water. That's going to really just help the athlete as they travel then here into finishing their length. If you notice that those feet are a little bit deep, definitely would encourage you to put on fins. That will really help the body as it continues to travel through the water. Thanks for watching our video. If you've liked it, be sure to drop a like and then subscribe as we are dropping new videos all the time.